Tonight, a scheduled news conference with the Reverend Al Sharpton and the family of Tyre Nichols will go on tonight, but without attorney Ben Crump, whose travel has been interrupted by the winter weather.
And Joe, we're also learning new information tonight on the 5 former Memphis police officers and a 6th officer who was relieved of duty following the investigations into Nichols' death.
Background checks from the state of Tennessee show training, education, and previous places of employment, among other details on those involved in that fatal traffic stop.
All over this story, our Parker King in studio now to break this all down for us. Parker.
And Joy, Joe, just a quick disclaimer. These are different from those personnel files we just received from the city in the last hour or so. What I've got is a little bit of the background information. Joyce Peterson's going to have much more details at 10 o'clock. Now, the 6 officers we're talking about, the Memphis Police Department, this was their first job for 4 of the 6. These were not seasoned veterans on the force, which has called into question the level of qualification and training these officers had. For former officers Emmett Martin III, Justin Smith, Tadarius Bean, and suspended officer Preston Hemphill, MPD has been their first and only stop in law enforcement. Hemphill had actually failed his physical exam and was moved to desk duty, later moved back into an officer position in 2020. Demetrius Haley worked previously with Shelby County Corrections, and records show he had previously applied for a job with NPD but wasn't hired. The reason being was redacted. These 5 are all Mid-Southerners. The 6th, former officer Desmond Mills, graduated college from West Virginia with a criminal justice degree and proceeded to work at 5 different correctional facilities before coming to Memphis.
Police brutality is nothing new.
What's more is one of the original incident narratives, apparently drafted by an unknown Shelby County deputy, has come to light, making statements that are not consistent with the traffic stop videos that were released Friday. We've reached out to receive this report, but have not heard back yet. The report has not been released publicly, but Tuesday morning, the Shelby County District Attorney's Office said, quote, "The report DA Steve Mulroy has seen has many of the same accounts. However, the official report has not been released." The narrative reads that Nichols attempted to grab officers' weapons and utility belts, and that he was irate with officers, starting the initial confrontation at the start of the traffic stop. The video suggests otherwise. The narrative continued to read that Nichols' mother, Rovon Wells, was present at the scene, saying someone had potentially spiked a drink Nichols had earlier that night. Wells has stated repeatedly that she was never at that scene.
For me to find out that my son was calling my name and I was only feet away and did not even hear him, you have no clue how I feel right now. No clue.